Hey, this is Jordan. I'm going to do some NFL over/under predictions for the upcoming Week 14 of the NFL. So, Dallas versus Chicago is the Thursday night game. Um, I'm going to take over 43 points. Now, I don't think these teams are like insanely good or anything. I just think that 43 is too low of a number to take the under. I know Chicago's offense has not been the best, but I do like Dallas's offense, and I don't know. The defenses, both defenses, haven't been playing up to par. So I really feel like even though this game isn't going to be a very high scoring game, it'll go over 43 points. Um, yeah, I have a good feeling this game will go over 43 points. So next game, Buffalo versus Baltimore. This game, I don't know, because playing in Buffalo, I feel like they're gonna have a lot of problems scoring. But another one, 43 and a half. It's hard for me to take 43 under 43 and a half when Baltimore's playing because Baltimore's been scoring a ridiculous amount. I mean, they've been scoring a lot of points. So it is really hard for me to take under 43 and a half. Um, but if there's no weather, I think I have to go with over 43 and a half. That's just too low scoring of a number. I think over a lot of these numbers are very low for some reason. Yeah, I'm going to take over 43 and a half. Washington versus Green Bay. I'm going to have to take over 41 points. I have to take another over. Almost all of these over-unders are going to be overs, I think. The numbers are too low. I have a gut feeling that almost every number this week is going to be over. Washington versus Green Bay. I like the way Dwayne Haskins has been playing, and Green Bay's defense has not been playing that well. Yeah, I got a good feeling that it'll go over 41 and a half. That's a very low scoring number. I think Aaron Rodgers and that Green Bay offense, they could easily put up 30 points by themselves. So 41 and a half, I definitely have to take over 41 and a half. Denver versus Houston. This one's an interesting one because Denver is starting that young quarterback, and we've seen Houston's offense get shut down. So I want to take under. I actually kind of want to take under. Right now it's at 42. Um, there's some injuries. I was thinking, what is it? Wolf on the Broncos is on IR now, and for Houston, I mean Houston's defense isn't very good. I actually think I have to take over again. Shit. Yeah, I have to take over 42. These numbers are extremely low, all of them. Yeah, over 42. Um, yeah. I just that's too low for me. Yeah, Denver, Houston over 42. This next one's going to be an underplay. Cincinnati versus Cleveland. I think this game is going to be very low scoring. I'm going to take under 41. I don't think that Cleveland's as horrible as people think, but the coach is just awful. And if I'm going to play any under, it's going to be this one. I just think this will be a low scoring game, Cincinnati Cleveland. That makes sense to me. That these offenses. I can't imagine these offenses putting up a lot of points. So I'm going to take under 41 points for Cincinnati versus Cleveland. San Francisco versus New Orleans. I am definitely taking over 44. I really like over 44. I think that's a pretty low number for such good quarterbacks, and I think these offenses can definitely put up some points. I know that they have pretty good defenses, but uh, New Orleans' defense has not been playing well. San Francisco's has, but I remember I took San Francisco at +3. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to take over 44. That's definitely one of the best overplays of the week. The next one, Carolina versus Atlanta. This number is a little higher. This is one of the higher numbers, 47 and a half. I understand why. The defenses haven't been very good. Carolina just fired their coach. Um, hmm. That's a tough one because I don't like taking over 47 and a half, but I really don't like these defenses. Um, it's hard for me to trust them. That could be a very high scoring game. Uh, hmm, oh gosh, I'm gonna skip that one for now. I'm gonna skip that one. I'm gonna come back to it. Detroit versus Minnesota. Uh, that one I'll take under 43. I'll take under 43 because I don't like the fact that you know Stephon Diggs and Dalvin Cook got injured. I'm still worried about them. I don't think they're going to be 100%. And Detroit's starting a young quarterback. I think Minnesota and Detroit have solid defenses. I Yeah, I'm gonna have to take under 43 on that one. I'm gonna have to play under that one, under 43. Um, and you know what? For Carolina Atlanta, I'm gonna take over 47 and a half. I just decided I'm gonna do over 47, even though I think that's kind of a high number. Um, I got a good feeling that these defenses are just not very good, and the offenses are gonna put up some points. So over 47 and a half for Carolina Atlanta, and under 43 for Detroit Minnesota. Miami versus the New York Jets. I'm gonna take under 45. Um, Actually, I have to think about that because I don't like these offenses. I don't like how. I mean, I like Miami what they've been doing on offense, but I don't like what the Jets have been doing on offense. I'm going to take over 45. The only reason why I'm taking over 45 and not under is because the defense is all right. So the New York Jets just put CJ Mosley on IR. Miami does not have a good defense. They have a solid offense, but they do not have a good defense. I just think two bad defenses going up against each other, even though these teams are both trash, I think they're going to score some points. So I'm going to have to take over 45. Even though it's hard for me on that one. That one was a tough one. Over 45, Miami, New York Jets. Indianapolis versus Tampa Bay. I am taking over. Yeah, I'm taking over 47. I'm taking over 47 because Tampa Bay's been putting up points, and I think Jacoby Brissett can put up points. Um, that's a pretty high number, but it did start out at 50 and a half, and then it dropped down to 47. That's obviously people bet on the under. That makes sense. But I'm gonna take over 47. I like that. I can understand why they put it at 50 and a half. I think that maybe 50 or 51 points would be scored total in the game. So over 47, Indianapolis versus Tampa Bay. Next game, LA Chargers versus Jacksonville. I have to take. Oh wow. Yeah, I have to take over 43. I'm taking over 43 because even though Philip Rivers and Nick Foles haven't been playing up to par, I still think they're two solid quarterbacks. I still think that both these teams have good offensive weapons, and I don't know. This is a pretty low number right here. 43 is really low. So the defenses. I mean, it's the thing is both their defenses haven't been playing very well. So it's hard for me to take under. You know what I mean? When you have bad defenses, how can you take under? Yeah, I think I have to take over 43 points. LA Chargers versus Jacksonville. Kansas City versus New England. I have to take. This is another tough one because it's a high number, but I'm taking over 49. I just think that the last time these guys played each other, it was high scoring, and New England's offense is not very good right now. I'm taking Kansas City plus 3, but I'm definitely gonna have to take over 49. This is a pretty high number. It's higher than the rest of them, but I understand why. Of course, Tom Brady versus Pat Mahomes. I like this. I like the over here. Even though it's high, I definitely can't take the under. So I'm taking over 49 points. New England versus Kansas City. That's going to be a hell of a game. Pittsburgh versus Arizona. This one, you know what? I'm going to take under 43 and a half. I'm going to take under 43 and a half because even though Kyler Murray is like been playing well, he's still a young quarterback. They're going up against Duck Hodges. And Pittsburgh's defense is good. Arizona's defense isn't amazing, but it's solid. It's not horrible. It has some good things about it. It's not the best, but I think they're good enough to hold this game under 43 and a half points. Especially, I mean, I really like what Pittsburgh's doing on defense. They have a very good young defense. So, under 43 and a half points is my prediction for Pittsburgh, Arizona. Tennessee versus Oakland. Ooh, I'm definitely going to have to take over 47 points, even though it's a high number. I like the over because I like Tannehill and Derek. I mean, no, I don't like the way Derek Carr's been playing, but I think it mostly has to do with the offensive line, which is strange. They have good players on their offensive line. I don't understand why, but I don't know. They just don't look very good. Their offense isn't clicking. They don't have very many weapons on offense. They have one good receiver, and then Josh Jacobs is a good young running back. But I mean, I don't know. It's hard that's why it's hard for me to take over 47. And then on the other side, Tennessee also doesn't have a bunch of weapons. But I like their young wide receivers, and I like Derrick Henry. He's been playing really well. And then I really like the way Tannehill's been playing. And then on the other side, I don't think Oakland's defense is very good. I mean, they're young. They'll be good in a couple years, but right now they're pretty young. Tennessee's defense actually is solid. It's not horrible, but it hasn't been playing as good as it should be. So I'm taking over 47. Tennessee versus Oakland. For some reason, I just see the game being high scoring. I'm just going with my gut here. There's not a lot of things on paper telling me it's going to be a very high scoring game. It's just that I'm just going with my gut. I just see it being high scoring. So I mean that's in my opinion the most important thing is that you know what I mean. You just go with your gut. So whenever I see like I'll just picture the score. You know what I mean? What I think the score is going to be, and I'll just see something like right now. I'm honestly seeing like maybe Tennessee. I don't know, Tennessee 34, Oakland 27 or something. It could be a really high scoring game. You know what I mean? It really could be a high scoring game. So, yeah. But I mean, that's not my exact score prediction. That's pretty high scoring, 34-27. But I don't know, I'm just seeing that in my head. So, the next one, Seattle versus the LA Rams. I actually love the under here. I think the over under is too high. 47 is too high. I think the defenses, man, there's a lot of there's so many great names Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, on the LA Rams, on Seattle, Jadeveon Clowney, Ziggy Ansah. There's a lot of great players on these defenses. And the offenses, like Seattle's offense has been playing well. I took Seattle. Okay, so I actually in my last video, this is bizarre to me. I took Seattle at -2.5, and I said that was a really good bet. I don't know if the drug crisis in America is affecting people's brains or something, but people are throwing money on the LA Rams. I don't know if there's something I don't know. Is Russell Wilson injured or something? I don't understand what I'm looking at. The LA Rams and Seattle are a pick 'em. I'm just looking at it because I made my video yesterday, so this is changed in one day to pick 'em. I'm not really understanding what I'm looking at. So anyways, I'm taking under 47 for the Seattle LA Rams. I like the defenses, but I'm saying right now on camera that Seattle as a pick 'em is the lock of the week. That is the best bet I've seen in a long time. I mean, maybe they'll lose and I'll look like an idiot, but that is one of the best bets I've seen all season. Um, if you're gonna bet on anything, Seattle Seahawks as a pick'em against the LA Rams, that is a fantastic bet. So I'm saying right now that's my lock of the week: Seattle to beat the LA Rams as a pick'em. That is really good. My next game is the Monday night game. That's the last one. Um, Philadelphia versus the New York Giants. I actually have to take. Hmm. This is an interesting one because I don't like the way the offense has been playing. I don't like how Carson Wentz has been playing, but I also kind of like. I like Daniel Jones. It's hard for me to take over 46. That's a pretty high over under. But I guess I understand why it's a high over because the defenses aren't playing very well. They're just not playing as well as they should. So hold on, I'm gonna have to. Well, I thought about it. It's hard for me to take. It's hard for me to take the under with such bad defenses. So I think I'm gonna have to take over 46. I don't like it, but I just think that the defenses are so bad. I can't in good faith take under. That's just not gonna happen. Yeah, I mean both these defenses just haven't been playing well. So I'm gonna take over 46 for the Monday night game. That's not gonna be a very good game. I think. I mean Philadelphia should win. I'm taking. I took the Giants in my last video at minus or plus 8.5. Now they're at 9.5. So I would definitely take them at plus 9.5. I just noticed that the line changed also. So yeah, but I'm gonna take over 46 for the Monday night game. That'll be my last spread prediction. There's some other spreads for the next week up, but I'm not really. I don't really think I want to do those yet, unless something really pops out to me. And I say, oh wow, I definitely throw money on that. Hmm. Yeah. No. I don't know. Well, anyways, so I will sign off. I'll do some NBA predictions also. Um, now that the NBA season is starting to get settled, and teams are starting to feel their way around, the new players and everything. The new rosters. There was a lot of shakeups in the off season. So I'm gonna do some NBA predictions. But anyways, that is the end of my video for the NFL predictions for the over unders.